Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the KKRLA Week 2, Game 3. It is the number 4 Kina Klub, currently with a 1-0 record. That means they have one win, going against the net ranking number 13 Mau5's, Mau5, that's how you spell Mau5's in the KKRLA, with a 0-1 record. The Mau5's are coming in here on the road, fighting to even out their record, and Kina Klub is here at home, fighting to keep their record alive as the perfect record, but there's still a couple of teams that can still have that shot at the record. Perfect record, sorry. All right, well, I don't have much to say except this week has a couple of games where there's going to be some teams that will definitely stick with a we'll definitely have a 2-0 record, as we have teams, a 1-0 teams facing off against each other eventually. But that's not just yet. Actually, that maybe was, but I don't remember. Let's go ahead and get into this game. Kina Klub versus the Mau5's at Manfield. Mannfield. I'm pretty sure that's how you spell it. Let's go ahead and get it. And with the first tip of the game, the first tip will be won by just barely Kina Klub. Rex sending that one up into the air to try and give to a teammate. Iceman trying to take control of that over a couple of Mau5's players. Myrtle coming in out of nowhere trying to get a glimpse of that. Myrtle will actually come from the whole other side of the goal. The whole other side of the field and score that goal, assisted by Rex. That ball moving at 98 kph to make this game 1-0. Kina Klub in the lead with 4:48 left on the clock, as now we move into the second tip, which will be won by Kina Klub once again. Rex trying to get a shot of that before it fully goes over into the Kina Klub side. You can see Kina Klub came out ready to play today. Let's go ahead and read off the roster for each team. I think a score's about to happen here. Roundhouse with a nice save. Iceman's actually going to come in and score that, assisted by Myrtle. Myrtle was just the last one to touch it, as Roundhouse makes the save, but Iceman comes in, hits it up in the top corner, and scores that, making this game 2-0. That ball moving at 62 kph, and that was scored at the 4 minutes and 24 seconds mark. Here's the third tip, which will be won by Kina Klub. Mau5's is under the new direction of Tanner Colony / Addist, which is the new artist that came into the KMMC. You spell his name all lowercase, Adexptt, but you say his name is Addist. I know, weird. Armstrong trying to put up a goal, barely misses that. Here's the roster for both teams. On Kina Klub, you have Myrtle, Iceman, Maverick, and Rex. And that's the Mau5's scoring their first goal at the exact 4-minute mark, with Viper scoring that one. Squall with the assist, 27 kph. And we have 4 minutes left on the clock. Let's go ahead and see who wins the fourth tip. This game is starting already hectic, as in the first minute, 3 goals have been scored in total. And it'll be Kina Klub winning this tip. Well, let's go ahead and read off the rosters. On Kina Klub, you have Myrtle, Iceman, Maverick, and Rex. And on the Mau5's, you have Viper, Squall, Roundhouse, and Armstrong. As this ball is over here on the Mau5's side, you can see Kina Klub is obviously trying to get some nice shots up. Maverick tried to put up a pass, actually gives it, meant to give it to Myrtle. Myrtle got stopped by Armstrong, with Armstrong bumping into Myrtle, but Iceman comes in and scores that one, making this game 3-1. That ball moving at 65 kph, and with 3:37 left on the clock. Here goes the fifth tip, which will be won by Kina Klub once again. Roundhouse putting a stop to some of that momentum. Let's just say that Tanner Colony wasn't so happy about the results of the first game. Obviously, there were some things that he can improve, and if he can win, and if his team can win this game, then they definitely have improved since last game. But that really depends on the scoring aspect, because not all defense can just win you a game. Armstrong trying to give that ball to a teammate. Roundhouse just barely misses it, so that's a missed opportunity right there. Rex still taking control of that ball. Viper will get a nice save. Viper sends it down into the Kina Klub side. trying to set it up. Viper hits it off the wall, hopefully to a teammate. Squall's going to get a touch of that, and it'll be 3-2 with 2:42 left on the clock. Assisted by Viper, Squall will score that one, moving at 80 kph. That ball scored at the 2 minutes and 42 seconds mark. Now as we move into the sixth tip. And the sixth tip will be won by just barely the Mau5's. The Mau5's obviously wanting to get that tie, that lead, anything that they can do to have this game a potential in their hands. Armstrong puts that up in the air. Viper trying to get a touch off of it. You can see Roundhouse is sitting there. I'm not sure if the camera's going to go off Roundhouse, but Roundhouse trying to get it past Rex. No luck there. Roundhouse gives it to Armstrong. Armstrong trying to carry it over a couple of players. Ball hit out by Rex. Roundhouse gets a piece of it past Iceman. Myrtle's going to send it away into the Mau5's side. And somebody's got to get a touch on that. Squall will. Roundhouse still trying to send it away. Gives it to Squall. Maverick actually gets control of that. Squall taking the chance now to tie the game. Roundhouse with the assist. Squall with the goal. As Maverick, he saw Maverick ran out of boost. That ball scored at the 1:55 mark. And now this game is tied 3-3. He saw Maverick ran out of boost right there, and so he just took the chance with the boost he had to score that goal. Keena Klub wins this 7th tip as Iceman tries to put up a goal. Squall will save that because the Mau5's are not ready. The Mau5's are ready to not give any easy chances to Keena Klub. Squall trying to put up that shot. Rex will save it. Here comes Roundhouse trying to get that lead. It's going to be blocked by Iceman. It wasn't an actual pure given block, but Iceman did put up a nice 50-50 to stop that ball. Iceman tries to give it to Myrtle. No luck from Myrtle trying to find that. You can see all Mau5's players want the ball, but can they play with efficiency? And it's going to be Armstrong taking the lead for the Mau5's. Viper sends it out there. Armstrong gets a touch on it. I don't know what Maverick was really trying to do, but Armstrong will score the 4th goal for the Mau5's, making this game 4-3 at the 1:16 mark. Here goes the 8th tip. The Mau5's have a chance of winning this game on the road, but only the next minute and 10 seconds will tell. Maverick getting that ball down into the Mau5's side. Maverick still trying to hold control of it. Myrtle taking control of that ball, trying to stop the ball from going into the goal of the Keena Klub's side. Puts it up. It's up there for a teammate. Squall's able to get it in there. Viper gets the playmaker. And Squall gets the hat trick. Playmaker is when you put up 3 assists to any teammate. And hat trick is when you score 3 goals just by yourself. 5-3. As Squall was able to score that one. 44 seconds left on the clock as now we go into the 9th tip, almost in double-digit tips. As now 40 seconds are left on the clock, the Keena Klub will win the 9th tip. Myrtle puts it up in the air and gets this game 5-4, scoring the 4th goal for Keena Klub at 31 seconds left. That ball moving at 87 kph. Myrtle just with a nice slam into the ball, sending that one up into the air. Nobody expected that. 31 seconds left on the clock as now we go into double-digit tips, the 10th tip. And who will win the 10th tip? Speaking of, it'll be Keena Klub as they try to regain the tie. As you can tell, they obviously don't want to lose this game, but neither do the Mau5's as they still want to win on the season. Viper with a weird kind of maneuver to kind of hit the ball away from their side. Viper almost accidentally puts it up in the air. Maverick still trying to carry that, and will carry it with just 6 seconds left to tie the game. What an amazing play by Maverick. Hits the ball not once, but twice to get that ball in there and scoring it, making it 5-5 with 6 seconds left. Now here's the 11th tip. This can say a lot, or we could just go to overtime, which would cause the 12th tip. Keena Klub will win this one. They're trying to pull something off legendary. And we're going to overtime. It's now the 12th tip, 5-5. Can Keena Klub pull off this 5-3 comeback, or will it be the Mau5's overruling and pulling off a major upset for their team? Obviously, I believe Tanner would be a whole lot happy about that if they were able to. But I can't jinx it now, or I probably already did. House is still fighting to get that ball into their side. Armstrong going to hit a save. A much-needed save, actually, to keep that ball from rolling in as it almost rolled in. Roundhouse getting a piece of that. Almost hit it over Myrtle. Still staying in that corner. Maverick going to give it a long shot. No luck there. Viper actually gets a touch of that. Squall's going to send it up in the air and away. Viper takes control of that ball over Myrtle. Nobody's there to grab it other than Armstrong, just barely missing it. Still sitting up in the air. Will they get it? Armstrong does it with a bicycle goal. That ball sitting up in the air. Armstrong comes out of nowhere, does a little backflip, and hits that ball in there, winning the game 6-5. What an amazing play by Armstrong. Just giving himself the pass and giving him that chance to win his team the game. Squall is your MVP with 560 score, 3 goals, 1 assist, 1 save, and 4 shots. And following along is Viper with 469 score, 1 goal, 3 assists, 2 saves, and 1 shot. Followed along by Armstrong with 421 score, 2 goals, 0 assists, 1 save, and 3 shots. Followed along by Roundhouse with 196 score, 0 goals, 1 assist, 1 save, and 1 shot. If Roundhouse would have just put up a goal, everyone would have had something other than Armstrong's no assists, but that's okay. Well, let's go ahead and get into the after-game talk. What an amazing game by both teams. You can't really say much of just anything bad about these teams, but I might have something to say. But that's besides the point. The Mau5's offense obviously strived to win the game as they needed a win bad. Coming off a 0-1 loss against, I can't remember. Actually, let's go back and look in the schedule. The Mau5's very crucially needed a win after they lost to the Crimson Knights at their own home court. Into which the Mau5's won this one against Klub, which will definitely put them somewhere in the net rankings, but also bring Klub down. Probably might be into the net rankings, but I'll never know until the end of the week when the rankings decide to finally load. But that's besides the point. The Mau5's defense obviously played very well, trying to keep any game-changing shots away. Other than when it was 5-5 and went to overtime, they were able to keep any game-winning shots away, and were actually able to score that game-winning goal. Nice plays as it was just passes back and forth, and then Armstrong passed to himself off the wall, which led to him scoring that amazing bicycle goal. Now, the Klub's offense obviously played very well. There were no lacks that you could find. It's just that with the Mau5's incredible defense, it was a bit difficult for Klub to get past that defense, but they obviously did 5 times because they had 5 goals and played very well. You can't say nothing bad. Just that they weren't able to score on that opportunity that they were given in overtime. And then their defense obviously played very well, trying to get any saves that they needed to keep this game rolling. It's just that I don't think they expected, I don't know who it was, to hit that bicycle goal. Which a bicycle goal is basically where your car flips backwards into the ball and you hit it with your top bumper, which scores the goal, and that's what a bicycle goal is. Well, I thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for watching. Make sure to catch me on tomorrow's game, where we'll see the Beat Tapes take on the number 1 Beat Tapes take on the number 5 Crimson Knights. The Beat Tapes being at the top rank for what I think is the first time ever in their program. I thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for watching, and I hope to catch you tomorrow for Thursday. And out of this week, Thursday is the last day that you'll see 1 game on a day. And on Friday and Saturday, you'll see 2 games, and then once you get to Monday, it'll be 1 game. But that's besides the point. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for watching once again. And I'll see you tomorrow for that blockbuster game. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.